Hi everyone, thank y'all for inviting me to class today. Today we're going to talk about vaccinations. How many of you have received the flu shot this year? Well, last year. One person. Wow. Okay, well we're going to change that by the end of this. Ever since 1918, the Spanish flu pandemic, the flu has been a craze. The CDC.gov said over 50 million people died from that. And I'm sure every year there's a new flu scare. Parents, think about this. What if all the students in the school had to be home because everyone was infected with the chicken pox? Parents, I'm sure you don't want to see your kids that long. I'm sure you don't want to miss work. Everyone doesn't have those days to be able to miss work. That could have been solved with those students or you being vaccinated. Laura Zakaro defines a vaccine as a biological preparation that improves immunity to a particular disease. A vaccine is an active immunity. Your TEAS practice books states that as it's being infected by a pathogen, which stimulates the body to produce antibodies so you can be protected in the future from whatever disease or virus that you were infected with. A vaccine supplies an antigen, and an antigen is something that causes antibody production. Okay? Meaning, when you're inducted with the vaccine, this means that you're not actually getting the disease. The steps to making a vaccine include one of three ways. One way is selecting the weakest strand, so that's how you're not actually getting it because it doesn't go over the threshold to actually give you the disease. It causes you to make immunoglobulin G, which activates the making of antibodies. Or you can isolate the part of the pathogen with the immune response. And the third one is inactivating the toxin that the pathogen produces. So there's one of three ways. Some of the vaccines that we have now are for chickenpox, measles, TB or tuberculosis, polio, everyone knows about the polio scare that was going on, influenza, mumps, pertussis, and this HPV that's getting a lot of controversy still today. That's only naming 8 of the 30 that we have. The reason for vaccines is because that there are resurgences of these diseases that we have vaccinations for. So, if we have 95% of people that have been vaccinated, the ones that aren't vaccinated can be protected by herd immunity. Meaning, the chances of them getting the disease or virus is slim because everyone's protected, basically. And also, these diseases can be life-threatening. I stress to you nurses the cost to get the hepatitis B vaccination, influenza, varicella, which is chickenpox, or shingles for, I know, John, you've had the shingles virus before and it wasn't pleasant. I would highly recommend that because you don't know who you're going to come in contact with while you're working, and it's a high number of patients that you'll deal with on a daily basis. And hepatitis B worldwide, there's been 2 people infected with it. 600,000 people have died worldwide. But in the U.S., we have the vaccine available. There's been only 38 people infected with hepatitis B, and only 7% of those have died. So, we have these vaccines available. I urge that it's impotent for you to go ahead and get these vaccinations. We do not want to lose you. We need all the workers that we can have in this field because there's a lot of people who need our help. And thanks you to Chop Edu. They gave me those numbers for those cases. There's one more thing I want to also leave y'all with. The babies. We have some people who are pregnant right now, expecting babies soon. I'm sure they want to urge you as well to get the pertussis or whooping cough vaccination. There's been 19,000 cases of whooping cough, but because the vaccinations have increased in these few years, there's only been 15 to 20 deaths worldwide in the U.S. So I urge you to go ahead and get these vaccinations that are available. And thank you guys for listening.